All right, so here we are once again, another Friday. Yet, it's a Friday. It's gonna be quite a little bit different from other Fridays that we have done on stream, of course. We usually do content related to video game music, but from now on forward, I think we can mix it up and do, things that are gaming related, but also entertaining, participating, so on and so forth. So, today, we're going none other than personality tests as video game characters. That's right. We are going to play sort of an RPG today, but in a different way. We're going to take personality tests as video game characters. So what we're going to do is that the people in chat are going to give me suggestions on what video game character we're going to do. I'll pick something at random, and then we will do the personality test. And someone did suggest also before that in my Discord that apparently there is a site that has already personality typed done for certain characters. So what we can do is pick someone to do a video game character of our choosing, and then check on that side if the personality trait aligns with what we accommodated it for. Okay, so let me share this on Discord. Tell the people in Discord that we are actually live. Okay, and also in Instagram, and as soon as I do that, we will just start this stream. All right, well, we will start doing the personality test. The stream, we already started doing the stream though. Okay, hey Ignacio, what's up? I'm okay, mate. I hope you're doing good as well. I hope your week was productive and awesome. And if it was not, well, how about it's time to change that? That's what the stream is for. If your week sucked, this is your place. We're going to change that. That's right. We're going to have some laughs, be degenerates, and do personality tests as a gooner character, I think. Yes. Okay. Let me open the Discord here. And also Instagram as well. Okay. Here. Okay. Now okay, there we go. Okay, let me share that now on Instagram, and we will get started. You can start suggesting video game characters in the chat that we can do personality tests for, and I'll pick something at random. Okay, while I do this. Let's see. Hey, Roll, what's up? How you doing? Crap. Streaming now, doing personality tests as video game pack. Right. Okay. The link. The link. I wish I knew how to make this. I have to find out. YouTube. What's this stream about? We're doing, well, it's in the title of the stream, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? What is this about? We're doing personality tests as video game characters. We're playing a IRL RPG, basically. We're going to choose video game characters and we're going to do personality tests as we were them. That's pretty much the whole idea. So suggest character. Yes, you can suggest characters in the chat. Oh, it wasn't you, Roll. I thought it was Morningstar. My apologies. I was crashing out on you, and it was Morningstar who said that. Well, it was with you, Morningstar. Can't you read the title of a stream, mate? Is it that too hard? Okay, there we go. My suggestions are gonna be so weak. Well, I mean, let's try to keep it, you know, varied, please. What we can do also is like watch like a YouTube video of an introduction of the character, so people that is not familiar with the character can get an idea what it is, what it is. And then we will do the personality test. We have it right here. Hey, Deadhead, what's up? And how can I include a shmup OST in it? Well, we're not doing video game music request today, Morningstar. That's next week. I posted a useful site in Discord for personality test. Yeah, as I was talking about that at the beginning of the stream, Deadhead. Maybe we can compare the results afterwards. Well, I don't know what doing a personality test as a video game character entailed until you explain it. Really? That didn't come off clear from the title of the stream. It's just literally that. You've never taken a personality test, I wonder. That would be interesting. Okay, how about we start doing an easy one? Let me see. Video game character. Okay, let's see what we can do. Mario, we can do Master Chief, we can do Sonic, we can do Bowser. Let's do Max Payne. We can do Max Payne later on the stream. Let's do something that is just super known and super common, and then we can get into the more niche video game characters. How about, okay, I'm gonna give you 4 options, okay? I'm gonna give you 4 options. Let's do a poll here, because you seem to be pretty much undecided. Let's start with something fairly known. Which character should we start with? Let's put Mario here. Let's put well, but also Master Chief, yeah, Master Chief. For the Halo fans, we can put like something evil, right? What evil character? Well, Bowser, I suppose. But let's go with some Ganon. Let's start with Ganondorf. Ganondorf, and let's add another baddie. What could it be? What do you think? Video game character villains. Leon Kennedy. No, let's do two good characters and 2. Okay, Sephiroth is a really good one. I like that. Sephiroth. Okay, so the poll is open. Which one would you like to do first? Let's start with very known characters, okay? Very easy characters that most people would know. And we'll start doing the personality test as that. Okay, so just start voting on the chat, and in the meantime, I'm just gonna have a sip of water. Okay, let's see. Wow, so far it's pretty split up. Well, not that much. Sephiroth seems that Sephiroth's going to win. Okay, well, let me I'm going to place 30 seconds here. For people to vote. There we go. Put 30 seconds in the watch for more people to vote in the poll as they get into the stream. And after the 30 seconds, I'll end the poll and we'll start with that character, okay? Wesker is a good option for the next round. We can do Wesker as a baddie. We will do 2 baddies and 2 villains and 2 main characters in the game, from a game. Doesn't have to be the main character, but it can be like, Luigi in a Mario game or something. Okay, so let's end the poll here and let's start with Sephiroth, okay? Okay, so Sephiroth wins. Let me put it here in a text here. We're doing Sephiroth right now. There we go. All right. Well, You're gonna have to. I do know Sephiroth a little bit, but you're gonna have to help me out a little bit, okay? Because it's not like I know a lot about the character, even though I play a little bit of Final Fantasy for sure. Final Fantasy 7. So, personality test, okay? Do you think Sephiroth regularly makes new friends? Do you agree or disagree with this? I think he's pretty much a loner, isn't he? Like, I don't see him with a lot of people in the game. We always encounter him as a loner. He pretty much has his own allegiance. So I would say disagree, right? Do you think that? I don't think so. Like, I disagree with this completely. Like, in this one, I don't think I really need that much help. So yeah, you regularly make new friends, Sephiroth? No, I don't think so. Roll says no. The real Morningstar says no. Sam says he has friends in Crisis Core. Okay. Well, I'm basing this on Final Fantasy 7, which is the first game that we find him in. So yeah, I'm gonna say no. Especially after he goes rogue. Yeah. Okay. Do you think complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones? Huh. As Sephiroth, do you think he's a very complex kind of novel ideas character, or he goes straight to the point? As far as I remember, Sephiroth was pretty much with one objective in the game. How much do you think he was kind of a plotting character? Because that's what kind of what I kind of associate with this. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than a simple and straightforward one. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with that? Remember, you're not you're Sephiroth. We're doing the personality test as Sephiroth. I'm going to say this slightly disagree. That would be my opinion. But if nobody's in chat knows really, I'm just gonna go with slightly disagree. He's a pretty much straightforward, go to the point kind of lad. He wanted to become a god and rule all souls. Okay, that's pretty much it's pretty simple and straightforward. So I will say disagree, not strongly disagree, but disagree. Let's put it here. Okay, next one. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. I think I agree with this. Sephiroth is pretty much driven by his emotions, right? Of rage and vengeance. So yeah, I would say I agree with it. Yeah. Morningstar agree? Okay, cool. Yeah, I agree as well. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Do you think Sephiroth is an organized kind of lad? Like, imagine going into Sephiroth's base or lair. Do you think he has everything tidy up, organized, clean, or he has a big mess in the whole thing? I don't know. I think he could have a clean, organized place. I think so. What do you think? How much of that? I don't know. Giga mommy issues? Yeah, the whole Genova thing is it's a mess. He seems clean. I mean, even in the way he dressed, right, and the way he does his hair and everything, you could tell that he would keep a clean, organized place or something. Hideout. He uses a whole bottle of shampoo and conditioner every time he showers. I was thinking, you know, the whole trench coat, the black trench coat, and the way he does his hair. I mean, it looks like he takes after himself. So yeah, let's put it here. Not strongly agree, but yeah, I solid agree. Okay, you usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I don't think that's the case for Sephiroth. No. I mean, when you get to that town that is engulfed in fire, and just meet him there, I don't think he is a pretty much calm kind of lad. I don't think he's kind of chill. Seems clean. Yeah, okay, yeah. Got my comment is hitting anyway. Hey, Conkel, what's up? What comment are you talking about? You're talking about anything that you have said on chat? I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I can see your comments. He rarely raises his voice. That is true. Well, I don't know, because in the OG game, we only read the dialogue. Maybe in the remake it's easier to tell, although with caps, you know, if the dialogue is in caps, then yeah, you know he's screaming. I don't know about this. You should just take calm even under a lot of pressure. I'm gonna be like balanced. Like, he can lose it and he can be very, you know, kumi. Okay. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Well, I don't think he has any issues with presenting himself to another people. Be it as a mate that you find ideas of networking or promoting yourself. Like, he's not afraid of you when he's not hiding from you in the game. Like, he presents himself when he wants to in the game. So I will disagree with that. He doesn't find it difficult at all. So yeah, absolutely not. Yeah. No, yeah, completely disagree. He's like, yeah, I'll do whatever I want. And I'll show myself to whoever I want, anytime I want, yeah. Okay, you prioritize a planned task and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Yeah, I think he does. Actually, this aligns itself with the fact that he's, you know, like a clean-up lad. He stays chill, somewhat. So I think he has a plan and he's effectively doing it to the teeth, you know, to every step. So I think I would agree completely. Agree? Yeah. Agree, mega agree. Yeah. I agree as well. Okay. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. I think I'm gonna need a little bit of help on this one. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. I mean, if anything, I think I might be wrong, but I think Sephiroth only see people as a means to an end. So in a way, he sees them as numbers and data, or data. Like, how can they help me achieve my whatever I want to do? He's not really concerned about how they feel or their individual stories, other than how to get advantage to his own thing. Agree. You say agree, Morningstar. I don't know about that. Disagree. We're just numbers of souls to him. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. We should do Arthur Morgan or Geralt of Rivia next. We can put Geralt in the poll for the next one. I'm going to disagree here. People's stories and emotions, they don't matter to Sephiroth. The people is just a mean to an end. So in that case, he just sees them as numbers, basically. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Okay, I don't know. I mean, I would say agree, based on all the other choices than we have done before. Like, he's very organized and he sticks to a plan, so I'm gonna agree with that. Even a small mistake can cause you doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Do you think Sephiroth is a really insecure person? This is basically being very insecure, right? Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Whether your words are lies created to deceive me or the truth that I have sought all my life, it makes no difference. You will rot. Disagree. I think he seems pretty confident upon himself, you know, because like we said, he's not afraid of showing himself to people or anything. He's not hiding. So yeah, I don't think he's not afraid of making mistakes or anything. Let's disagree there. Conkel says disagree. Okay. Yeah, I agree with your disagree. You feel comfortable just walking to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yes. Not that he finds them interesting or anything, but he just goes to the people that he wants to talk with, and that's it. So I agree with that. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations or creative works. Yeah, I don't think he's interested in that. He's only interested in what he wants to achieve, and he's not interested in discussing anything with anybody other than how can I achieve my thing. Disagree on that? Raul says same. You're not too interested in discussions and various interpretations of creative work. You're saying you disagree on that. You're saying Sephiroth is actually interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. How come? Rose says the same. No, I would agree with this. He's not. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. Yeah, based on what we already voted here in the personality test, I don't think he's very much interested in anything or that anybody has to say about anything, including creative works. So yeah, he's not, because this, I mean, because you disagree, I'm just going to say agree here, not strongly agree. But yeah, let's see what's next. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Yeah, based on what we already voted, yeah. People's are means to an end, so yeah. He's prioritizing results over people, basically. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. No, I think Sephiroth has a plan for everything. He might do some things out of free will. Well, I shouldn't say free will, but more, you know, spontaneously. That's what I try to say. But overall, he has a plan. So let's put agree here. Sorry, you often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. No, let's do agree. Sorry, disagree. Not strongly disagree, but strongly, sorry, but you know, solid disagree. I wonder if ChatGPT could do the legwork on this type of thing. As in what? Just telling you the personality trait of the, well, where is the fun in that? I mean, I suppose you could ask and he will tell you. Obviously, he will. AI can pretty much give you an answer for sure, but the whole idea of the thing is just doing it by yourself, as thinking as the character, you know, putting yourself in his shoes. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Oh yeah, he doesn't care. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. No, he's a loner. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. I predict that he's an ISTP or INTJ. And you agree with this? You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. I'm not really sure about this, so I'm gonna go with you. Okay. Let's go with your suggestion, Morningstar. I'm not really sure on that one. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Yeah. No. He doesn't care about being sensitive. Especially when you meet him on that town engulfed in flames. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. Well, I think we should agree with this based on the other thing that we just agreed upon, right? You are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. No, I don't think he's... I mean, we established that he's pretty much very confident upon himself. So I don't think he's prone to worrying about things. No. Disagree? Yeah. Let's disagree on that. Do you enjoy solitary hobbies or activities? Yes. He's a loner. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. No. He wants to rule the world and become a god, so no. Yeah, I'm not doing shit for anybody else. If anything, people should be writing fictional stories about my living. So yeah, you cannot imagine. Yeah, I agree. Sephiroth, you cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. You favor efficiency in decisions. Yeah. Agree, right? Yeah. Heavy agree. Massive agree. Okay. Let's put a jig agree then. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Oh no, he's not he's not in it for relaxing. I agree. He's going to do the thing. He's not taking a chill, relaxed time. He's on a mission and he's not taking a break. So I agree with that. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. Agree. He doesn't care about what people think. It's my way or the highway. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. No, he doesn't care. Hey, I'm Sephiroth. Screw you. He doesn't wait for anybody to introduce himself. He introduces himself first, and he doesn't even hear your name. Your mood can change very quickly. What do you think on this one? I'm not really sure about this one. Your mood can change very quickly. Let's see. Sephiroth compilation. Sephiroth being gay for 4 minutes. What the hell is this? Conkel says disagree. Okay. And you say disagree as well? Okay. Okay. Let's go with what you say. I'm not really sure about that. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Yeah, sure. We agree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. No, I'll disagree with this. No, he has a plan. He's sticking to his plan. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. He's not that debating anybody about anything. So no. He doesn't care about the opinion of others, so no. He is not going to debate anything. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Strongly disagree. He's a loner. He doesn't like to be around people. You should prefer around others rather than on your own. No. I like to be on my own. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Well, he's not even in for any kind of discussion with anybody. But if you were to have a discussion with someone, highly theoretical, I think Sephiroth is a man of action, so I think he will kind of get slightly bored with overly theoretical things. Like, he would enjoy talking about theories and whatnot for planning purposes, but he is much more a man of action than a schemer, I would say. Disagree, unless it's too hot. Gaslight loud. I'm going to slightly agree here. Conkel says slightly agree. Yeah. Let's slightly agree there. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. I mean, I don't think Sephiroth cares about facts, right? He just follows what he wants. Being that a logical or emotional conclusion, I think I would agree with that. He will follow his logic or his heart depending on what he wants to do. So yeah. Let's do agree, not strongly agree. Well, in his heart, his feelings are fact. Yeah. But it's an emotional thing, right? So let's just agree on that, not strongly agree. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. No, he's pretty orderly lad, so he doesn't find it challenging. You rarely second guess the choices you have made. Yeah, I don't think you rarely second guess. I would agree with that. He's not second guessing anything. He's pretty confident on what he's doing and what he wants to achieve. No regrets, yeah. Your friends will describe you as lively and outgoing. I don't think so. I mean, I'll say something for himself. Like he's not afraid of talking to people or anything, you know. But he doesn't care about having friends or anything like that to begin with. So your friends, what friends? Disagree. Absolutely disagree. Yeah. What friends are you talking about? Doesn't have any friends. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. No, he's driven to ruling the world. So no, he's not drawn to any of that crap. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Slightly agree. Actually, slightly disagree. He's an emotional. He bases his decisions based on how he feels about certain things that he thinks are facts, and some of them might be, but I'm gonna slightly disagree here. Dropping a meteor count as a great creative expression. Maybe in his own twisted view could be the case. Should we change this to slightly agree based on that? Do you think he sees the way he does things as some sort of creative input of himself? Because he wants to shape the world as he sees fit, right? So do you think that he sees the world as a canvas and he wants to do the painting or something like that? Because in that case, yeah, we can change it to at least slightly agree in that regard, I guess. I like that. Let's put that. Let's change it to that. Okay, usual base. Okay, let's do slightly disagree here. He wants to create a new reality. Yeah, let's do a slightly agree on that. Like to have to-do lists for each day. Slight agree there. You rarely feel insecure. Yeah, I agree. Oh well, he agrees. You avoid making phone calls. Yeah, agree. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Well, becoming a god is an unfamiliar idea and viewpoint. Not everybody wants to do that, so yeah, he enjoys that. Insecure? Yeah, he's not insecure. What's with Final Fantasy villains and wanting to become god? I mean, yeah, it seems to be like a trope. I think Kafka was the same thing, right? You can easily connect with people you have just met. No, he's not connecting with anybody. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Oh, absolutely. He's set on his plan. And if something is gets in the way, he's going to do whatever it takes to get back on track on that. Yeah. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. No, he seems pretty confident about himself. So let's disagree on that. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could like in the future. Yeah, he's not discussing that with anybody. He has his own view of how the world should be. But yeah, he's not interested in that. I agree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Slightly disagree. I think he has an emotion. Like his plans are based on emotion, but it's not like he is like a hothead or anything. You don't see him like explode or anything. He's pretty much calm when he communicates. He would not admit it. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is most logical or efficient. No, he doesn't care about how people feel or is affected. I completely disagree. Completely. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel. No, completely disagree. He doesn't care. Okay, their personal work style is closer to a spontaneous burst of energy than organized and consistent efforts. No, he's pretty planned. Man, this is long. No, well, sort of. It's 10 pages. We are in page 9. Your personal work style is closer to... No. I'm gonna say disagree here. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. No, he doesn't care about what people think. No, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah, he doesn't want to be around people. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I don't think it's a waste of time for him. But he's a man of action as well, so staying too much into pondering about that could be considered by himself as a waste of time. So I'm going to slightly agree with that. You feel more drawn, disagree slightly? I'll say I slightly agree. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. No, I think feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres. No. Disagree. He doesn't like to be around people or anything. He's a loner. If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. Slightly agree on that. Okay, we're in the final page of the personality test. What happened here? Okay, yeah. You often feel overwhelmed. It's quite ponderous over the abstract concept of life and death. I don't think he feels overwhelmed, so I say disagree. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Agree with that. Not strongly agree. You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. No. I think he has concrete steps rather than just coming up with creative solutions on the spot. So I'll slightly disagree there. I mean, there's room for, you know, something more spontaneous, but he keeps. Let's put more like a disagree here instead of a slightly disagree. You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. Slightly disagree. He thinks about shit. The bro had a plan? Yeah. That's why I'm saying. You struggle with deadlines. Disagree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah. You will feel confident that this, yeah. Absolutely. He's pretty confident about that. Okay. He's the deadline. Yeah, for sure. Pretty much. All right. Let's see the results. We can compare this. I don't know if Sephiroth is in that list that Deadhead shared in Discord. So let's see the results. Let's compare. Okay. According to our account of personality test that we just did, as Sephiroth is a logistician. He's an ISTJA. You are the backbone of society, embodying reliability, practicality, and unwavering dedication. I mean, that's true. Your meticulous nature and strong sense of duty makes you an indispensable force in both personal and professional spheres. You approach life with a clear set of principles, value and tradition, structure, and well-defined expectations. Your strength lies in your ability to create order from chaos, methodically organizing information and resources to achieve tangible results. Yeah, he's a man of action, like I said. You excel at maintaining systems and following through on commitments, often becoming the person others turn to when they need something done right. However, your preference for established methods can sometimes make you resistant to change, even when adaptation might be beneficial. Did I call it? What did you say he was? Let's see. Go back in the chat. I predict that he's an ISTP. Well, it's an ISTJ. So yeah, you predicted IS. At least IS, I guess. Okay, let's see. Personality traits. He's 70%, 78% introverted. Sephiroth is 78% introverted. You likely prefer fewer yet deeper and meaningful social interactions and feel drawn to calmer environments. He's 62 observant. You're likely pragmatic and down to earth, with a strong focus on what is happening or very likely to happen. 68% thinking. You likely focus on objectivity and rationality, putting effectiveness above social harmony. 92% judging. You're likely organized, decisive, and thorough, valuing structure and planning over spontaneity. Assertive. 93%. You're likely self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress, refusing to worry too much. Your career path. There we go. In your professional life, you shine brightest in roles that allow you to apply your exceptional organizational skills and attention to detail. You thrive in structured environments where rules and procedures are clearly defined, and you take pride in your ability to maintain high standards of quality and efficiency. Well, you pretty much need that degree of organization when you want to make a new reality, I guess. Your natural inclination towards order and your strong work ethic make you an asset in fields such as accounting, law enforcement, or project management. Okay, I think Sephiroth, we should convince Sephiroth that instead of changing the world, making a new reality, he should become an accountant. Oh shit. However, your career journey isn't without its challenges. Your preferences for stability might sometimes hold you back from pursuing new opportunities or adapting to changes in your industry. To truly excel, you'll need to find a balance between leveraging leveraging your strengths in established systems and developing the flexibility to embrace innovation when necessary. Your path to professional fulfillment lies in finding roles that value your reliability and precision, while also providing opportunities for gradual, meaningful growth. Influential traits: perfectionism, ambition, this is pretty accurate, motivation, yes, pretty motivation, desire to lead. Well, he's the lead of his own plan, so yeah. He's more an ISTP or an unhealthy INTJ, strategic and focused on abstract goals. Have you done this test, Atlas? What did you get? I did it. Yeah, I did it, but it was like a couple years ago, and I don't remember what I got. I don't. Your weaknesses: resistant to change, avoiding teamwork, dismissive of theories, reluctant to self-promote, rigid rule follower, difficulty delegating tasks. Just tell him to chill. And Sephiroth's strengths are clear priorities, consistent dependability, patient perseverance, preparedness, commitment to integrity, realistic problem solving. And there's a part that is locked behind a paywall. Your personal growth, your journey of personal growth revolves around expanding your comfort zone while staying true to your core values. As someone who values the structure and tradition, you may find personal development challenging when it requires stepping into unknown territory. However, your disciplined nature can be a powerful tool for self-improvement when channeled effectively. The area for your growth lies in developing your emotional intelligence and adaptability, while your logical approach serves you well in many situations. Learning to recognize and express emotions can greatly enrich your personal life and relationships. Challenge yourself to occasionally step away from established routines, embrace new experiences, and practice seeing situations from different perspectives. Personal growth doesn't mean changing who you are at your core, but rather enhancing your natural strengths and addressing areas that may be holding you back. I just think it's kind of funny to picture Sephiroth actually doing this test and taking notes and saying, man, maybe I should be an accountant or something instead of just chasing this crazy plan of becoming a god or something. Why did I just... I think I'm just gonna chill and becoming an accountant. Okay, influential traits. Resilience, yeah. Confidence, yeah. We have grit and sense of control. This is pretty accurate for him. Resilience, confidence, grit, and sense of control. Your strengths, habit formation, methodical persistence, acknowledging your mistakes, realistic expectations. Well, I don't know about that. Expectations to become a god are not realistic, to be honest. Focus, planning, and following through. Weaknesses of Sephiroth are cautious about new experiences, difficulty expressing feelings. I don't know about this. I'm not sure about this one though. I mean, he's reserved, but yeah, no, I don't think so. Overly self-critical, hesitant to experiment, avoiding abstract ideas. Mate, no, this is avoiding abstract ideas. I think we are going. The next personality test that we do, we are going to have to do another page to see, because this is not avoiding abstract ideas and difficult expressing feelings. Doesn't seem like Sephiroth kind of thing. Wow, this is really long. What the hell? This is I mean, for the things that you get for free on this is very thorough, I must say. Well, let's do another one because this is very long. We might as well just read this and that's it. We know it's an ISTJ. For the next one, we're just gonna read the personality type and we'll just move on. And we can do a TLDR of this if the next one that we do has this. We'll just you know, do a quick glance upon that. Okay, let's do the next one. Let's do another personality trait, another personality test. Someone did say we could do Geralt of Rivia. Let's put it into a poll, okay? Just suggest more video game characters in the chat, and you know, we can do it. Cristiano Ronaldo is not a... Did the result match the Discord image? Okay, let me see. Let's see if Sephiroth is in this website. He's a video game character in a fighting game. Yeah, but that's just a meme. Sephiroth. Oh, he's right here. INTJ. In our personality type, he's an ISTJ A, and according to this page, he's an INTJ. Introverted, intuitive thinking, and judging. I mean, that's pretty close to what we got before. We got introverted. The reformer or the perfectionist. We did get that as here as well. Perfectionist. Like right here, perfectionism. Yeah, we got that. As the core of Sephiroth is driven by a basic fear of being corrupt or evil. Low in extroversion, low in neuroticism, yeah, he's low in neuroticism because he's pretty confident about himself. He's high in agreeableness. How? Okay, there are certain things that are common, others not. Okay, well, let's do the next one. Type in the chat what other video game character we should do. ISTJ is a wage slave. INTJ is the midnight edgelord. Check the comments. Okay. Sephiroth is an INTJ Ni-Fi subtype. That's why people confuse them with INFJ. The Ni-Fi INTJ is focused on their own feelings. They can appear as idealistic people instead of taking the competitive focus of the basic. And INTJ subtype Ni-Fi is focused on follow their own visions and dreams without taking the logic into consideration. Okay, they just want to satisfy themselves. Yeah, that sounds more like yeah. And he's the one that has the most votes, so that sounds more like Sephiroth, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. Geralt of Rivia, Dr. Eggman, Travis Touchdown, Marigan Ansland from Darkstalkers. Okay. Let's do the poll here. Which character do we do? Geralt, Rivia, Dr. Eggman, Travis, Touchdown, Morrigan, Ansland. Okay, the poll. Let's do another website. Let's see if we can find another website that is not as long. Let's see these two. Personality test instructions. Holy shit. 120 questions. Oh my god. Man. These personality tests are long. I mean, understandably so. To give you an accurate result, you need that. You need it to be, you know, comprehensive, I suppose. Is that Dragon Age Morrigan? No. It's from Darkstalkers. Who is Travis Touchdown? I don't know who that is. Oh, it's a character from No More Heroes. Yeah, in this case you would have to make this yourselves because I don't know about anything about this character at all. Okay, let's put 30 seconds here to end the poll. Whatever wins, we'll do it. Oh, he's the protagonist? Okay. I didn't know that. I haven't played the game. I don't know anything about the game. Okay, let's end the poll here. Let's see what won. Oh shit, there's a tie in between Geralt of Rivia and Travis Touchdown. Damn. Well, I'll vote for Geralt, so that breaks the tie. That's the tiebreaker right there. I'll vote for Geralt. Let's do Geralt. Make your answers based on how well each statement. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's see. Let's change this to Geralt here. Geralt. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. You often make new friends. Yes, I think Geralt make friends. Not often, but he makes friends. So let's do agree somewhat agree. You have a wide-ranging interest and love to learn all about them. You have a wide-ranging interest and love to learn all about them. No, I disagree with this. His only interest is coin and killing monsters. He's a witcher. He's not a jack of all trades. He's pretty much his own thing. Only about monsters, yeah. You feel upset when what you see that someone else is sad. No. Disagrees on what he cares about Siri and whatnot. But not everybody. You feel upset when you see that someone else is sad. Only about his friends and Siri specifically, but not about everybody. I'm gonna agree somewhat. Because of Siri. You always have a contingency plan. I don't think Geralt is too much about planning shit. To be honest. Yeah, no, he's not a planner. You always have a contingency plan. I mean, he has his skills to fall back upon. But when he's facing monsters and whatnot, it's either everything falls onto his skills as a witcher. There's no contingency plan. So yeah, no, disagree. You're confident about the future? No, he's a doomer. You're cool, calm, and collected under pressure. Yeah, pretty much. Very collected. At parties, you stick with people you know. Yeah. It's best to finish one piece of work before starting another. I think he's pretty focused on what he does, so yeah, maybe. It's best to finish one piece of work before starting another. Well, you can't. I don't think you could say the same thing about the women he meets. Let's do somewhat agree. You see meaning in the little things around you. You see meaning in the little things around you. Yeah, Witcher sense. Okay. Let's agree on that. You organize your time with diaries and timetables. A minor mistake can lead you to question your abilities. I think he's pretty much confident about his abilities as a witcher. So no, I don't think so. Yeah, he's a witcher. Do you think a minor mistake leads him to question his abilities? I don't know about that, mate. I mean, he's a pretty skilled witcher. Why would he... By a minor mistake? I don't think so. Maybe by a huge mistake? Sure. But by a minor mistake? Nah, I don't think so. You can chat with anyone. Yeah, he talks with all kinds of people. Royalty, wretches, normal people. And he can chat with anyone. You love to think about the underlying meaning of books, movies, art, and music. Yeah, I don't know how it is in the books, but you know, you have a lot of books that you can read in the game, but that's out of your own volition in the gameplay. I'm not really sure that's something that he would do. I don't know about this one. What do you think? I'm gonna leave that to you, because otherwise I'm undecided. If nobody knows, I'm just going to put here neutral. What is this? Oh, still Sonic Mania. Okay, let's actually close this one. I don't know about this one. Let's do neutral. You use logic more than your emotions when you make decisions. You use logic more than your emotions when you make decisions. Yeah. Well, when it comes to women, maybe not. But overall, I agree somewhat. You're spontaneous and don't really have a daily routine. Yeah, I somewhat agree. You're not bothered by what strangers think of you. Yeah, he doesn't care. You enjoy team sports or other group activities. He likes to be on his own. So I think, I mean, I think he enjoys it with the people that he likes, like Siri and whatnot. But somewhat disagree. Think so? I'm not sure about this, dude. Only say the spicy moments of the Witcher series. Woo, mama. You're saying that referring to what? Oh, you use logic more than your emotions when you make decisions? Well, that's what I say. That's why I said agree somewhat. Because when it comes to women, it's different. You enjoy books, video games, or movies where the ending is ambiguous. I don't think it's too much about reading and shit. Disagree. Or still request next. I'm doing anime music request stream tomorrow on Twitch. I'm doing anime music requests tomorrow on Twitch, yes. And next Friday we have video game music request stream on YouTube. You work behind the scenes to help other people accomplish their goals. Behind the scenes? No, he's pretty much up in the front. You experience option paralysis when you can't move forward because you're unable to make a decision. No, he's a decision maker. You often worry that things will go wrong. Yes. Being a leader doesn't really interest you. Agree somewhat. Sometimes you really wish other people will make decisions rationally rather than relying on their feelings. Maybe when it comes to Jennifer, yeah. Somewhat agree. You will describe yourself as artistic or creative. Disagree. You finish the housework before you sit down to relax. He likes to take his bathtub and relax. The housework. I don't think he cares about that. He relaxes. He likes to relax. You really enjoy a good debate? No. You like to blend in and prefer not to draw any attention to yourself. I mean, agree. Even though he can't because people know he's the Witcher. Yeah, he doesn't like it. You can be moody. Oh yeah. You become impatient with people who aren't working efficiently. Well, yeah, you know, he doesn't want to be around people that is incompetent or anything. Especially considering what he has to do. But yeah. You tend to leave things until the last minute. No. Slightly disagree. Sometimes you wonder if there's an afterlife. Agree somewhat, perhaps? You will rather be surrounded by other people than be alone. You would rather be surrounded by people than be alone? No. He likes to be alone. Disagree. Discussions about theory bore you. Your interests are more practical. I agree somewhat. I mean, you have to read a lot of shit about magic and alchemy to become a Witcher. But he's a man of action, so yeah. I agree somewhat. You find it easy to see things... Well, let me see. Discussions about theory bore you. Your interests are more... Yeah, I slightly agree. You find it easy to see things from other people's perspective even when their lives are completely different from yours. I'm gonna go with... Find it easy to see things... Somewhat agree. You prefer to leave your opinions open for as long as you can. No, I think he has very solid opinions about things. Not leaving anything open to interpretation. Disagree. Usually you don't look back and wonder if you have made the wrong decision. I think he can feel somewhat remorse about the decisions he has made in the past. I'm gonna somewhat disagree with this. He's an ISTP or ISTJ. But we're 60% in, so let's see. After a long and stressful week, you love to let your hair down and socialize. Oh yeah. Art galleries and museums can be fascinating. I agree somewhat. Other people's emotions often confuse you. agree somewhat. You have to do a to-do list? No, it doesn't have a to-do list. Well, slightly disagree. You're confident most of the time? Yeah, he is. You hate talking on the phone? Yeah, he doesn't. Well, it depends on the people, but yeah, he's not a talker for sure. I mean, he does talk a lot in the game, but he's pretty much, he likes to keep to himself. You do your best to understand where other people are coming from. Somewhat agree, yeah. You're the one who brings your friends together for social occasions and outings. No. When your plans are disrupted, you get things back on track quickly. Somewhat agree. You have many regrets. Not many. Let's put it neutral there. You're focused on the here and now, and you rarely think about the meaning of life. I think it's pretty much busy about killing monsters and shit to be thinking about that kind of stuff. So yeah. You often feel out of control when it comes to your emotions. No, I think he's a pretty control lad when it comes to his emotions. Strongly disagree. Okay, we are 80% in. You try to spare other people's feelings. Not really. Somewhat disagree. You have bursts of energy when you get a lot of done, but you find it hard to apply consistent effort. Somewhat disagree. When other people praise you, you become nervous about disappointing them. When other people praise you, you become nervous about disappointing them. Maybe if it's Siri or something, but people in general, no, I think not. You enjoy working alone? Yes. You don't have much time for abstract philosophical questions? I agree. You prefer crowds and festivals to quieting? No. No. You can read another person's emotions instantly. He can read people fairly well, I think. Reason what? You often feel stressed and overwhelmed. Yeah. Well, not overwhelmed, but stressed. Sure. You like to take things step by step. Yeah. You're drawn to unusual and controversial topics. Oh yeah. You... Maybe not by his own volition, but yeah, he's a witcher after all. You wouldn't let someone else take something you wanted if you thought they needed it more. Neutral. You are energized by deadlines. Neutral. And he's a male. Yes, indeed. Let's see what he is. Oh shit. Mate, what? It's behind a paywall. That's so dirty, mate. They did us so dirty. What the fuck? Mate, this is so bad. What? Mate, I'm denouncing this page. It's, look, mypersonality.net. Screw you, mate. And on top of that, it tells you, Your personality is more unique than 78% of participants. See what makes you stand out. God damn it. Get the hell out of here. Fuck you. Let's see what he is here. God damn it. Also, how do you not get crucified by copyright during the anime OST streams? Because I do them on Twitch, Morningstar, that's why. I wouldn't do anime streams on YouTube by any means. The only way I would do anime streams on YouTube is if someone paid me $100,000 or something to assess the risk of losing the channel. Something like that. So let's see, Geralt. Geralt of Rivia says is an ISTJ. ISTJ, introverted, sensing, thinking, and judging. Extroverted thinking, introverted sensing. He's as the investigator and the observer. That's true. He has to do a lot of investigative work. Let's see. Extroversion low in neuroticism, high in agreeableness. Oh, you can barely see what's in there. We put this bigger. Shit. Fuck. Oh no. I screwed the page up. Let me refresh it. So it's a coin to your Witcher. Yeah, screw that. God damn it. Here we go. That's better. You can see it better there. Okay, so like I was saying, Geralt is low in extroversion. Yeah. I mean, based on the answers that we were putting in the personality test, yes. Low in neuroticism. Yeah, he's pretty confident about himself. High in agreeableness. He can see things from other people's perspective and whatnot. Conscientiousness low and moderate in openness. Let's see the, okay. 98I, 98S, 96E, 59% J. Oh, alternate. ISTJ. Who said? Someone said he was an ISTJ. Oh, it was Morningstar. Yeah. Extroversion. Let's see the comments. I don't remember which monster contract it is, but there's a scene where he comes to claim his reward, and the peasants ask some absent-minded question about the monster, so Geralt gets excited and starts to explain interesting factoids about it, only for the peasant to immediately get bored and walk away. Poor guy wasn't born to kill. He'd be happier sharing his SI database as a teacher, engaging in his TENE in an alchemy lab. Okay, that's an interesting proposition. Okay. Extroverted thinking. Nice. Mate, I'm so salty about that personality test. We did that for like, what, 30 minutes, 20 minutes? We kind of speed run it a little bit. And even after that, I'm kind of salty. I don't even know if I want to do this one because it's just going to ask me, "Eee, it's gonna be $50 for that, sir." Motherfuckers. Oh my god. What now? I suppose we could do another one. It's just that we're gonna have to do another one from the first page that we did, because from this one we're gonna have to do another one from this one, because we don't know if the other pages are just going to ask us to pay at the end. So you can suggest more. Let's do one more. Type in the chat what would you like to do. We can do one more. The last one. One more personality test. To type the character, the video game character that you would like to do as the final one for this stream. Julius Caesar. No. Has to be a video game character. Don't tell me, please don't tell me. But Julius Caesar is a character in Civilization games, Adam. No. Okay, Max Payne. Marcus Anthony. No real life characters. Caesar from Fallout. I don't remember who Caesar from Fallout is though. Oh yeah, now I remember. James Sunderland. Who's that? You have to say from which game it is so I can clarify that. Oh, from Silent Hill. That could be interesting. The Shrine Girl from Dark Souls 3. Oh, what's her name? Yeah, the Firekeeper. I don't remember the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. What's her name though? Firekeeper, Dark Souls. It's just called the Firekeeper. It doesn't have a name. I think in the second game she has a name. Yeah, she's just called the Firekeeper. Okay, let's see. Max Payne, Caesar from Fallout, and the Firekeeper. Let's do that. Start the poll here. Which character next? Max Payne. From Max Payne. Caesar from Fallout. The thing is that you know, for example, Caesar from Fallout, this is going to be all on you. I don't know that character at all. So you're gonna have to vote in my stead. In Dark Souls 2, she's the Emerald Herald. I think she has a name, doesn't she? Oh no, sorry. Shanalot is the daughter of the smith, the blacksmith. That's true. I was thinking of Shanalot, but she's the daughter of the blacksmith, not the Firekeeper. Okay, let's put Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. What was the other one? Okay, Caesar. Oh, James Sunderland. Yeah. James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2. He's from Silent Hill 2, right? Yeah. Okay. Start the poll. Oh, forgot to put the timer here. And you kind of just got hard focused on that last one and completely forgot about chat. Yeah. Deliberately. I was locked in. Okay. Let's see the poll here and poll. Holy shit. Wait, what? Why is Caesar from Fallout has 34% and the rest 33%? Doesn't make any sense. Split out 3 ways. There's 3 votes. Caesar shouldn't have 34%. 1 people voted for James Sunderland. 1 person voted for Dark Souls 3. And 1 person voted for Caesar. No, this is this is bald. This is not calculated. This is split 3 ways. This is not Caesar winning. There's 3 votes in the poll and split 3 ways. The machine spirit has spoken. Yeah, the machine spirit is fucked up here. So this is split 3 ways. I'm gonna have to make the tiebreaker here. Let's do... Thing is that... Let's do a Firekeeper. Let's do a Firekeeper. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change it to Silent Hill 2. Because if I do the Firekeeper, I'm just going to do it by myself. I'm gonna let you do this one because I didn't play Silent Hill 2, so might as well. People were complaining, oh, but Atlas, you did the previous one by yourself. Okay, fine, then do this one yourself. I'm not going to get in, but you're gonna have to tell me what you want, not keep quiet in the chat. Oh, do this one, Atlas, and you don't say anything. Okay, let's do James. Let me change the name here. James Silent Hill 2. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's go. All right. So this is all you. I don't know anything about this character. So this is going to be all you. James from Silent Hill 2. You regularly make new friends. I could do it. Okay. It's gonna be on you, Conkel. I want to say agree. Conkel says disagree. Okay, Morningstar says he doesn't know anything about this character, but I know Conkel does know. Slightly disagree? Okay. Okay, there we go. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than a simple and straightforward one. Conkel. What would James do? Neither. Okay, neutral. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Agree middle. Okay. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Slightly agree. Okay. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Isn't this the pay website one? No, it's not the pay website. This is the first website that we did. Yeah, in his delusion. Yeah. But you will say agree then. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. Mid agree. Okay. You prioritize and plan tasks effectively, often completing them well before the deadline. Slightly disagree. Okay. People's stories and emotions speak louder to you than numbers or data. Neither. Okay, neutral. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Slight agree. Right? Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall ability and knowledge. This is hard when you don't know his past. Mod. Okay. Agree slight. Okay. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Meet agree. Awesome. So the narcissist? Okay. You're not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. According to my calculations, he's an INFP. We will look him up in the database after we finish. Neither. Okay, neutral. Next. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. You're not sure, Conkel? I'll say it again. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Me disagree. Okay. You often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. Agree. Okay. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression of people you meet. Slightly disagree. Okay. You enjoy participating in team-based activities or mid. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Well, slightly disagree then. You enjoy participating in team-based activity. Slightly disagree. Well, he often says to come with. Okay. Agree. Okay. Slightly. You enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. Disagree made. Okay. You prioritize being sensitive over being completely honest. Agree. Okay. Go. You actively seek out new experiences and knowledge areas to explore. You're in the game? Yeah, I'm gonna say slightly disagree. Okay. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. I mean, I don't know the game, but I would agree with that. Agree? Yeah. You enjoy solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones. You'd agree. Okay. You cannot imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. Me'd agree, right? You favor efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. Meet disagree. All right. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Disagree. Okay. Next. Okay, we are halfway through. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feeling of others. Meet agree. All right. You usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at social gatherings. Slightly agree. All right. Your mood can change very quickly. Slide on that. Slide what? Slide agree, I guess. Slide agree or disagree? Agree. Okay. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Slightly disagree. All right. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Meet agree. Okay. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. The earlier one. Oh my god. Okay, you're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Meet agree. Okay, now you often end up doing things and don't do that, please. Makes things very confusing. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. What's going to be this one? Mid, okay. There we go. Mid agree, okay. You enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. What's going to be for that? Disagree, all right. Next. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Disagree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Slightly agree, alright? When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourselves following your heart. I mean, if I had to guess, he's fairly emotionally driven. Would be my guess. I would say agree, perhaps, or mid-agree. I don't know. I'll leave it to you, Conkel. Disagree? Damn. Okay. Wait, mate, don't do that. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Mid-agree. Okay. You find it challenging to maintain a consistent work or study schedule. Morningstar says agree. Damn, okay. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Morningstar says disagree. I really have no idea. He's full of regrets. Disagree. Okay. Your friends will describe you as lively and outgoing. I don't know about that one. He seems pretty gloomy. He seems pretty gloomy in the game. Or at least from the you know, the gameplay footage that I've seen. Mid disagree, all right? You're drawn to various forms of creative. We're 70% in. You're drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Neither. Okay. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. Disagree, all right? You like to have a to-do list for each day. Slightly disagree, all right? You rarely feel insecure. I mean, based on what we have already answered, I would say at least mid disagree, but I'll leave it to you. Okay, Conkel completely disagree. Awesome. You avoid making phone calls. Okay, neither. Neutral. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Me disagree. All right. Okay, 80%. You can easily connect with people you just have met. Yeah, you have just met, basically. Yeah. Mate, the white. Let me lower the brightness in the monitor. It's just blinding me. Jesus. There we go. Neither. Okay. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Slightly disagree. All right. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Well, you did say he has a lot of regrets, right? So I would say agree. Agree heavy. Okay, awesome. You're not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Agree heavy. Okay. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Agree. All right. When making decisions, you focus more on how the affected people might feel than on what is logical or efficient. Slightly agree. All right. Next. I think this is the final part. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized, consistent efforts. Slightly disagree. All right. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Slightly agree. Okay. You will love a job title that requires you to work alone most of the time. Agree. All right. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Slight agree. Okay. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres than to quiet, intimate places. Okay. Disagree? If a decision feels right to you, you often act on it without needing further proof. 2 hours in and only on the third character. Yeah, that's the thing. Mid agree. Okay. That's the thing. I mean, there are no personality tests that are like 10 questions only, because they need to assess the personality well. Okay, next. Okay, this is the last page, the step 10 out of 10. You often feel overwhelmed. I mean, this is psychological horror, right? Neither. Damn. Okay. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Why couldn't this be an honesty request stream? Because we did one last week We will do another one next week, though. Slightly disagree, all right? You prefer tasks that require you to come up with creative solutions rather than follow concrete steps. Slightly disagree, right? You're more likely to rely on emotional intuition than logical reasoning when making a choice. I thought next week was anime OST and not video games. No. I'm going to do anime music requesting tomorrow. It on Twitch, though. Agree. Awesome. You struggle with deadlines. Neither. Okay. Okay, Conkel, this is the last question. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Will things work out for James, though, in Silent Hill 2? Me disagree, alright? He is a male, indeed. See the results. Alright. So, according to your RPG personality test based on James from Silent Hill, Conkel, he is an adventurer, an ISFPT. Let's see the... let's look it up in here. James... Sunderland, you said, right? Sunderland. Yeah, Silent Hill. There we go. In this database, James Sunderland is an INFP. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. And here we have an ISFP. Adventurer. Introverted, observant, feeling. He's very introverted, very observant, very into the feelings, somewhat prospecting, very turbulent, 75%. Let's see. Career path. He's a perfectionist and has ambition, motivation, desire to lead. Let's see what else. Resilient, confident, grit, and sense of control. Okay, this is locked behind the paywall as well. Okay, let's keep reading here. He's often described as a dreamer and idealist. He's introverted feeling and extroverted intuition. He's recognized as 4W5 as the individualist or the romantic. He's low in extroversion, high in neuroticism, low in agreeableness, moderate in conscientiousness, and high in openness. So close. INFP, as I said. 99% introverted. Jesus. 89%, 96, 92. Dominant FI. Okay. Let's see the top comment. What it says. James' inferior TE is the biggest source of his problems. Part of the big reveal of Silent Hill 2 is realizing that James is suffering from a psychotic break. For a significant portion of Silent Hill 2, you can go back to his car, which is part of what makes him so fascinating. He's a horror protagonist who could easily choose to run away, but lingers instead. The town doesn't need to keep him, it just exists as a razor for him to cut himself with. The monsters are of his own creation. The horror is in his own desire for punishment. He has no FE or SE. He's terrible with people. He hides in a closet with his flashlight until on and is disturbingly quick to put his hand down a toilet for a key. What are your rates for stonking a stream? I don't have a fixed rate. You have to tell me what is it that you want to stonk and I'll give you a rate. I will say though, very popular if you want to stonk a full OST. Very popular OSTs are cheaper, but obviously if it is, well, not cheaper, less expensive, I should say. But the length of the OST also plays a role in the stonk. So lads and lasses, I think that's gonna be it for today. Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow for the anime music request stream tomorrow on Twitch. Okay, that's going to be at 1 p.m. EST. And next week we have again on Friday video game music request stream. All right, and I think next week on Saturday we might do another video game trivia like we did the other day. We did a streak of 10. We should be looking forward to break that record. So thank you all for coming in today, and if you can make it for tomorrow, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. And for those of you who can make it tomorrow for the Twitch stream, for the anime music request stream tomorrow, I'll see you there. Okay, I'll promote it on Discord as well, for in case anybody forgets. Okay, I'll DM a few potential OSTs. Yeah, you can DM me on Discord. Let me actually put it here. Join my Discord. The link is in the chat. Also join my socials. I'm posting short form content on TikTok and Instagram. And also follow me on X for current thoughts about all kinds of things, including the Game Awards. And, you know, the last batch of video game awards that have been going on, I've been posting my opinions on there. I only vibe with Cursor as like games. Anyway, cool, unique stream. See ya. All right, lads. See you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.